So I just came out to get water. But here's a quick look at what the eastbound looks like when it's shut down, or at least moving very, very slow. It doesn't happen very often. Surprisingly rare in the vicinity of Sandrock. Somebody wrecked today. So I know from prior experience that the people sitting in that line are not having a good time. But if you ask me, the reduction in hiss of the interstate by half is a net plus. I guess it just kind of depends on where you sit, like most things. The trick is to find your way around. So I shut off the camera up at the other end of town there, showing you the first evidence of the blockage, because a van was pulling up next to me. A real pretty van. Colorado plates, black paint, clearly rigged out to live. And at the wheel was a pretty older lady, and riding shotgun was just her dog. But she was brave enough to pull up next to me. Maybe I look harmless. And she said, "Do you know what's going on?" And I said, "No ma'am, I don't. I'm just local. But let's see what we can think about to make your day a little better." I said, "Are you hungry?" And she said, "Well, not really. What would you recommend?" And I said, "Well, I'd run down to A. Liberto's, or maybe over to Colonel Mustard's if Heroes and hot dogs are more your speed." And then I thought, while I was saying it, I was thinking, I got a better idea for her. I said, well, if you're not in too big a hurry, I think what I would do is I would go back through town, go over the Little Colorado River Bridge, and then hang a left on US 180. I said, in my peculiar way, I think it's pretty. The part that you would be on, you would be eventually eastbound like you want, and depending on how you go, you might end up in the beautiful little town of Silver, or you could shoot straight across US 60 and find yourself only 75 miles south of Albuquerque on a different interstate. So she liked that idea a lot better than the fast food one, and said, yeah, you know, that showed up on my map as an option. So I think I'm gonna be partly responsible for her rerouting today. And after I got done, I thought, man, I wish I'd put business cards together so I could shoot her to Veriter.com and or Annaprim.com for the coffee. But hey, I'm not beating myself up over it. It just will probably make that particular chore lift up a little higher on my to-do list. Other than that, not much to report. Like I said, I ran out for 5 gallons of reverse osmosis water. That's the main reason I came out today. I might not have even ended up walking if it wasn't for all the hoopla and that conversation. But basically, we're enjoying the break in the weather out here, even though it's supposed to turn nasty once more over the course of the next 3 days. And we're still kind of in hunkered down mode because of that. So the first thing I'm going to do when I head back home to my very clean house, that's what I did this morning, is to make a list. Well, take a couple of scattered lists that I have and make them into a master list. That's my big plan for the day. I'll probably do a little cooking too, and get myself in a position to feel ready to be a homebody during the next bit of storm. All right, cadets. That's the Sandrock Report. I hope you have a good one.